Hello guys, welcome to our channel Oracle DBA Smart. Today we will cover the topic Oracle Data Pump. Oracle Data Pump is a very powerful utility which we are using for data and metadata and import between the databases. Today we will see here you can see this is the export and first we have a seen in this data Oracle Data Pump export and import. So first we will see in the table level export and import and what is the parameter and for the export and which parameter we will use for the import. So this scenario we will cover in this topic. So let's start. Here you can see Oracle data export import in a table. Okay, so here first some we have a two database we have required. So first we have required the source database where we will take the export and one database where target which are target where we will import the database import the tables. So this is the below you can see we have some parameters. So this parameter we will use for this export and import. So let's see required for this directory. So we will create one directory and with the physical path and create the logical directory name given with the logical directory name, and that directory will that location our dump will be generate. So what is the name of the dump file? So this is the .dmp is a file name will generate, and this our table export during this table export. So .dmp is a file name will generate. Okay, and this is the log file. What is the log will generate in this dot log file. So this is the parameter we will require. Exclude if any object which we want not we have required during this export and in target table which is not required like index statistic and procedure function whatever which object which not is required meant in this in target where we have only the data. Sometimes user is asking for this data only, so there is a not required for the other objects. So so which object is not required, so here we can use for the exclude parameter to the exclude these objects. So here we can exclude the statics and index in this table. If any index in this upon our table, so that will be exclude. Okay. What why matrix? Why matrix equal to y? Matrix equal to y parameter we will use for this which process is running in this data pump. So and what process and worker will processing during this Expdp, that is the collecting information in this matrix. So that is the purpose of this matrix equal to y log time. This will be generate the timestamp in this process. Table name, which table you have to take the export. So table name equal to schema dot table name, that is the parameter you have to use. So schema name which that table belong which schema, that the schema name you have to provide. And come to this next parameter. Here is the file name size. If file name size in the sense whatever file will be generate that file whenever this complete, so it will be create a new file by this utility and during this export. So this is the use of this file size. And parallelism, if this is the table size depend on if the table size is very weak, so you can use as per the your server capacity like RAM and CPU depends on the CPU. So as per the CPU you can provide this parallelism. So this is the parameter parallel equal to 4. So here as per the depend of the database CPU. What is the cluster? If your database is in cluster, so you have to put in this cluster equal to n. And compression in the sense if your size database size is around 1 TB 2 TB and more than 1 TB, so you can use or any big size if you want to compress this data file export file. If you want to this parameter will compress this export files. So this parameter we will use for this for export and import. So basically some parameter using by the same during the table level export, schema level export, or metadata, whatever you want to taking the export. So same parameter will use, only you have to use here. You want to take the table level, so you have to use table equal to tables equal to schema table name dot schema name. If you want to take the schema level export. So here you can use schema equal to schema name. So come to this next. So here in this scenario, we will see taking the export, and this parameter we will use for the export, and after this export, this file we will copy to the target database, and do the import in this same table in the target table. So let's see that why what we will parameter will use in this target table target database. What is the parameter we will use? So here you can see same directory we will require, where is in which location we have copied that export dump file. So that path we have to create the logical directory name in the db, and then same dump file, whatever the dump file we have taken the export, that dump file name here we have to put, and export log file we have to give in the any name as per your table. You can provide the name, and that is the same table names what table you have to take in the export during the export time, that is the we have to name. So here some parameter we have to discuss. Remap the tables. If you want to create a new table, same data you want to export in with the different name, so that you have to use remap table name. Here you can see that is the source table name, and here you can see the new table name. So you can, if you want, if table is not existing in the target database, you can as it is keep as it is the name of this, no, not need to this remap this table name. But if you want to create the different name or in this target table, so you can just use remap tables parameter. And this is the schema. If source schema we have a same, and in the target schema, if you have source schema is different and target schema is different, so you have to use the remap the schema and give it the source name colon target schema name, so that table will be import in this target table. So if not, you want to the same schema in the both sides, so not need to remap the schema. So this is the logic. And come to the next scenario, the table table map remap is table space. So remap table space, what is it? If your table your schema is belong to the some different table name, yeah. So and target in this different schema, your schema is belong to the different table space. So during this import, you have to set this target table space name. So here is the same. If both side are same existing in the table space, same schema, so no need to remap. You can directly import. Okay, so no need to import this three parameter. But if table you want to import the same table name in this target, and there is a not a table is not available in this target table, so you can no need to remap. If schema is both side is same, so no need to remap. If table space is the same both sides, so no need to remap. But if different schema you want to import, so that you have to remap the schema. If different table space you want to exist in this schema, so you have to remap this table space. So that is the scenario. And come to this next parameter here, table existing action. What is table exist action? This parameter we will use append, truncate, and replace. If you are using this append table exist action parameter equal to append, so that existing, if there is a existing table and there is some data, okay, so that data will not delete, and keep as it is the target data, and whatever your source data, it will be import after this as per the export data. So no need to changes any target database target data, and no need to delete and replace, as it is just copy this all the source data into the target and keep as it is earlier data. So no need to any changes in the table. But in truncate, in this table, in this parameter, in truncate table exist action equal to truncate. In this parameter, table will be truncate, all record will be delete, and metadata will be same, but table row will be delete, all record will be delete from the tables. Then we will import this data. So that is required truncate parameter we will use. If you are using the replace parameter, in this parameter all record, it will first drop this table and then create new fresh table, and then will be data will be load. So this is the three parameter which we have used as per your requirement. So come to this next parallel. Already we have discussed matrix equal to y. So this whatever worker process and which process, each process as per the object, what object and worker, how much process, and what object process during this export and import, it is information collecting in this matrix. So okay, so this, that's why it is the requirement of matrix equal to y. Come to this log time. Here is the log time parameter is Oracle data pump. Add timestamp to this message display during the import process. Message display. So this is the message displaying this during this import process. So that is the use of this log time, and both console and log file that can be helpful for troubleshooting. So you can see whatever the message is displaying as per the timestamp. Add in timestamp. So that time what message is as per the timestamp, it is displaying this message. That why that's why we are using for the long time all log time parameter equal to all. Okay. So guys, this is the explanation for this tutorial. Let's